Okay, we are live. Thank you, everybody, for joining again on the Nutrition, Health, Performance podcast with me, Jamie Pugh. I am over the moon today to be able to introduce someone that I've collaborated with in the past, someone that I've had plenty of conversations with, who's given me lots of advice and some of the research I carried out during my PhD, Dr. Antony Hobson, who's based at the Functional Gut Clinic. Antony is internationally renowned as a consultant and clinical scientist, award-winning for some of the work that he's done and some of the private healthcare services he offers. According to his website, he's actually published over 200 journal articles. Is that right? Abstracts and book chapters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unbelievable. Speaker at conferences. I'm sure if you type his name into iTunes or whatever podcast, you'll hear plenty of much better interviews than this as well. So without further ado, Antony, how are things?
Well, with that introduction, I can't hear to wait what I'm going to say.
I think there's no better place to kick this off than with most podcast interviews, and it'd be really nice if you could just give a much better rundown of your history and your work today, better than I could.
Yeah, so I'm a clinical scientist, Jamie, and it's a profession that sits sort of in between the medical professions. So somewhere between nurses and doctors, there's a group of people who are scientists who are doing sort of up to 70% of all the diagnostics in the health service. So that could be audiology, it could be respiratory, it could be all different body systems. But strangely enough, I probably picked the smallest discipline, which was GI physiology. So I think the way to look at it is that normally when you've got a problem with the gut, then they put a camera down, they see an ulcer or they see some inflammation. But when they don't see something that's wrong, then that's when the patients come to us, because we're actually looking at how the gut is functioning, how your digestion is working, whether you've got any intolerances, whether you've got any neuromuscular problems. So we're kind of the third tier, if you like, when they've tried lifestyle, they've tried some medicines, and when they can't figure out what's going on, then they come to the Functional Gut Clinic and we try and figure out exactly what's happening so we can resolve their symptoms.